Merry Christmas, all. I am Brian P. Easton, the author of the book series Autobiography of a Werewolf Hunter. Come in and know me better, man. Welcome to Whiskey with the Werewolf Hunter, our last episode of the year. Glad you could stop by this evening. Tonight, I'm going to make a little eggnog, a little homemade eggnog with Old Smoky White Lightning. Now, this is distilled in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, a place dear to my history, and the shine also. If you know anything about, I've talked about how my great grandfather used to make moonshine back in the day. Anyway, you can buy eggnog. Just about every brand of whiskey has their own eggnog nowadays. But I like to make my own when I can, and I have a chance to do that tonight, so that's what I'm going to do. Prairie Farms is the eggnog, and we're going to mix a little of the White Lightning. Now, White Lightning is just kind of a mystique type of name given to raw, unaged whiskey, and usually it has something to do with with it being brewed in a backyard still, and that's kind of the mystique about it. Anyway, happy holidays to those who celebrate. So most of those that you can buy, they're all pretty tasty, but most of them are a little light in the britches for my taste. Anyway, in case you missed last month's episode, let me say again that 2026 will be the year that I break ground on the Winter Fox Journals Volume 3. It's just time to pull the trigger on that one after a year of almost writing nothing. Let me also repeat that my immediate plans is after the next Winter Fox Journal is released is to pause that prequel series and concentrate on bringing you a final installment in the story of Sylvester Logan James, tentatively titled The Woodsman. And that will likely be set in the late 90s or early 2000s and feature an altogether older and more grizzled SLJ as the shadows of his life grow long. After that, I'll likely return to the Winter Fox Journals, and depending on how the spirit moves, I may dive into a sequel series from The Woodsman. That's just looking down the road quite a bit, but that's my forecast at this point. So this evening, I wanted to share something with you that I'm willing to bet most of you under a certain age have never seen before. I'm a big fan of Dickens' 1843 novella, A Christmas Carol. And there have been many, many adaptations, so many that it's almost impossible to keep count. I mean, in Dickens' own lifetime, there were public readings and then stage productions. Eventually, we get to television and movies where everyone from George C. Scott to the Muppets got in on the act. But on ABC in 1971, the legendary Looney Tunes animator Chuck Jones produced a British American animation adaptation that won the Academy Award for Best Animated Short Film that year. This film I'm about to show you is a deliberately haunting adaptation of A Christmas Carol, and it emphasizes spirits and shadows in motion. And let me tell you, for a 6-year-old kid watching it for the first time, well, it remains one of the most frightening versions of the classic that I've ever seen. Here now is Alastair Sim as the voice of Scrooge in A Christmas Carol.
The place, London. The time, 1843. The season, that of jollity, of festivity and charity. Holly and berries and goodwill to all men, with perhaps one exception. And it is with this exception that we are concerned in our story. The exception is Ebenezer Scrooge.
A Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Humbug.
Christmas a humbug, Uncle? You don't mean that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I do. Merry Christmas. What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
Well, come then, what reason have you to be morose? You're rich enough.
Bah! Humbug.
Don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be? Out upon a Merry Christmas. If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle!
Keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep it in mine.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow.
Never. No, good afternoon.
I'm sorry with all my heart to find you so resolute. But I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So, a Merry Christmas, Uncle, and a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon.
And a Merry Christmas, Mr. Cratchit.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Good afternoon.
Scrooge and Marley's, I believe. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley died 7 years ago this very night.
At this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, a few of us are endeavouring to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat and drink and means of warmth.
But are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
And the treadmill and the poor law, the union workhouses, they in full vigour then?
Both very busy.
Oh, I was afraid from what you said at first that something had occurred to stop them in their useful course. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. Yes, I know. You'll tell me that many can't go there, and many would rather die. Well, we'd better do that than decrease the surplus population. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
You'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose, hmm?
If quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient, and it's not fair. If I was to stop you half a crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used, I'll be bound, hmm? And yet you don't think me ill-used when I pay a day's wages for no work.
It's only once a year, sir.
Well, that's a poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. You'll be here all the earlier the next morning.
Even the blind man's dog knew old Scrooge and avoided him. Scrooge kept all humanity at a distance and liked it that way.
Jacob Marley. Humbug. Humbug. What do you want with me?
March, you don't believe in me.
I don't. Because you may be an undigested bit of beef, a fragment of an underdone potato. There's more of gravy than of grave about you.
I wear the chain I forged in life. I made it link by link and yard by yard. I girded it on of my own free will, and of my own free will I wore it.
Now, you were always a good man of business, Jacob.
Business! Mankind was my business. Why did I walk through crowds of fellow beings with my eyes turned down, and never raise them to that blessed star which led the wise men to a poor abode? Hear me.
I will.
I am here tonight to warn you that you have yet a chance of escaping my fate. Ebenezer, you will be haunted by 3 spirits. Expect the first tomorrow, when the bell tolls 1. Expect the second on the next night at the same hour. The third upon the next night, when the last stroke of 12 has ceased to vibrate.
The air was filled with moaning phantoms. Their misery was plainly that they had lost the power to interfere for good in human matters. Scrooge awoke to the chimes of a neighboring clock. His room was flooded with light, and a hand opened the curtains of his bed.
Are you the spirit, sir, whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past.
What brings you here?
Your welfare. Rise and walk with me.
Good heavens. I was a boy here.
Your lip is trembling.
What?
And what is that upon your cheek?
Nothing. Nothing?
These are but shadows of the things that have been. They have no consciousness of us. The school is not quite deserted. A solitary child, neglected by his friends, is left there still.
Oh, poor boy.
Let us see another Christmas. Do you know this place?
Know it? I was apprenticed here. Oh, why, it's old Fezziwig. It's Fezziwig, alive again.
Yo-ho, me boys. No more work tonight. Christmas Eve, Dick. Christmas, Ebenezer. Clear the way, me lads. Shut up, Ebenezer. Merry Christmas to you. Hey-ho, my lad.
He was very much attached to me.
Welcome, everybody. Merry Christmas to you all.
A small matter to make these silly folks so full of gratitude.
Small?
Why, is it not? He has spent but a few pounds of your mortal money, 3 or 4 perhaps.
But it isn't that, Spirit. He had the power. He had the power to render us happy or unhappy, to make our service light or burdensome, of pleasure or of toil.
My time grows short. Quick.
You are changed. You fear the world too much.
There is nothing as hard as poverty, so I pursue wealth.
I have seen your nobler aspirations fall off one by one until the master passion, gain, engrosses you. Our contract is an old one. I can release you.
Have I ever sought release?
In words? No, never.
In what then?
In a changed nature, in an altered spirit. May you be happy in the life you have chosen.
Spirit, why would you delight to torture me?
I told you these were shadows of the things that have been, that they are what they are. Do not blame me.
Take me back. Haunt me no longer.
Enter, Ebenezer Scrooge. Come in and know me better, man. I am the ghost of Christmas present. You have never seen the like of me before.
Spirit, conduct me where you will. If you have aught to teach me, well, let me profit by it.
Touch my robe.
As they walked, the spirit shed from his torch a few drops of good cheer on the passers-by. They stopped to bless the humble dwelling of the Cratchit family.
And how did little Tim behave?
As good as gold. He told me coming home that he hoped the people saw him in the church because he was a cripple, and it might be pleasant to them to remember upon Christmas Day
Come on, Timmy.
who made lame beggars walk and blind men see.
The little boy lost in the snow. The little boy's lost in the snow.
A Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
God bless us. God blesses everyone.
Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
I see a vacant seat in the poor chimney corner, and a crutch without an owner, carefully preserved.
No.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
No.
What then? If he be like to die, he had better do it.
Don't.
And decrease the surplus population. Oh, God. To hear the insect on the leaf pronouncing on the too much life among his hungry brothers in the dust.
What place is this?
A place where miners live, who labor in the bowels of the earth. But they know me. See?
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you
Was born on Christmas night to save us all from Satan's path when we have gone astray.
Uncle Scrooge. He's given us plenty of merriment, I'm sure. And it would be ungrateful not to drink his health. And I say, Uncle Scrooge.
Uncle Scrooge.
A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the old man, whatever he is. He wouldn't take it from me, but may he have it nevertheless.
My life upon this globe is very brief. It ends tonight, at midnight.
Forgive me, but I see something strange.
Look here. Look, down here.
Spirit? Are they yours?
They are man's, and they cling to me. This boy is ignorance. This girl is want. Beware them both, but most of all, beware this boy.
Have they no refuge? No resource?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
I am in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come. You are about to show me shadows of things that have not happened, but will happen in the time before us. Is that so, Spirit? Ghost of the future, I fear you more than any specter I have seen. But as I know your purpose is to do me good, lead on, Spirit.
Old Scratch has got his own at last, I hear. Why, what was the matter with him?
God knows. It's likely to be a very cheap funeral.
I don't mind going if a lunch is provided, but I must be fed.
Somebody to look after him when he was struck with death.
Come into the parlor. Come into the parlor. Come into the parlor. Come on.
Open that bundle, old Joe.
What have we got here, buddy? His blankets. Bed curtains. You don't mean to say you took 'em down, rings and all, with him lying there?
Yes, I do. If he wanted to keep him after he was dead, why wasn't he natural in his lifetime?
It's a judgment on him.
Spirit, I see. Yes, I do see. Oh, God, merciful heaven, what is this? Spirit, this is a fearful place. In leaving it, I'll not leave its lesson. Let us go. I understand you, and I would do it if I could, but I have not the power. Spirit, I have not the power. Let me see some tenderness connected with the death.
My little child. My little child.
Before I draw nearer to that stone to which you point, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of the things that will be, or are they shadows of the things that may be only? Am I the man who lay upon the bed? No, Spirit. No. Spirit, I'm not the man I was. Good Spirit, assure me that I may yet change these shadows you have shown me by an altered life. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach. They're not torn down. Look, rings and all. Yes, I will live in the past, the present, and the future. Oh, Jacob Marley, heaven and the Christmas time be praised for this. I just don't know what to do. I don't know what day of the month it is. I don't know how long I've been among the spirits. I don't know anything. Hello, hello. What's today? Hey? An intelligent boy. Oh, a remarkable boy. What's today, my fine young fellow?
Today? Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day. And I haven't missed it. The spirits have done it all in one night. Well, they can do anything they like. Of course they can. I scarcely ever looked at it before, but it's a wonderful knocker. I'll send it to Bob Cratchit. And he shan't know who sends it. My dear sir, how do you do? A Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Mr. Scrooge.
Yes. Well, allow me to ask your pardon. Will you come and see me?
I will. I will.
Oh, thank you. Bless you. Is your master at home?
Yes, sir. He's in the dining room along with mistress.
Thank you. I'll just go in myself. Fred.
Well, bless my soul. Come in, Uncle.
Come in, Uncle.
Hello. And what do you mean by coming here at this time of day?
I am very sorry, sir. It's only once a year, sir. It shall not be repeated. I was making rather merry yesterday, sir.
Now, I'll tell you what, my friend. I am not going to stand for this sort of thing any longer. And therefore, I am about to raise your salary. A Merry Christmas, Bob. A Merry Christmas. I will raise your salary, Bob, and endeavor to assist your struggling family. And we'll discuss your affairs this very afternoon, Bob.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did all he had promised and more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was a second father. It was said thereafter that Ebenezer Scrooge knew how to keep Christmas well, if any man alive possessed that knowledge.
I'll tell you, that is hard to beat as far as I'm concerned, and it remains my favorite adaptation of Dickens' classic. And the spirits, especially Marley's ghost and the Ghost of Christmas Future, some of the most chilling animation I've ever seen. Now, next year at this time, Lord willing and the Creek Don't Rise, Robert Eggers' werewolf film will be in theaters, and we'll be ready to review that. But until then, I've got another book to write. Hey, thanks for joining me at the Werewolf Bar tonight. As always, you can find all the links related to my channel and my books in the description down below. And if you're so inclined, we'd appreciate your liking and subscribing before you leave the bar tonight. Be sure to join us in January as we begin this channel's 8th season. Until then, have yourself a merry little Christmas, happy hunting and mind the moon, and I want to leave you with this. And it came to pass in those ancient times that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the Roman Empire should be registered in a census. And so every man went up into his own city to be registered. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, into the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and the lineage of David, to be enrolled with Mary, his betrothed, who was expecting a child. And so while they were there, the time came that she gave birth, and she delivered her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling clothes and lay him in a manger, a feeding trough, in a stable, because there was no room for them in the guest rooms and the inns. And there were in the same country shepherds who were living in the fields, keeping watch over their flocks at night, when the angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone all around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said unto them, Don't be afraid, for I bring you good news. I bring you great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this will be a sign unto you. You will find the baby wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger. And then there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly hosts, all praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men, upon whom his favor rests. Merry Christmas.